of this tarot deck. It is the Orien's Animal Tarot Pocket Edition by Ambi Sun. I haven't even opened it. I haven't even checked it out, but we're about to do it together. So, welcome. I needed a deck to go into my purse. I have so many decks, but I don't have any that go into my purse. I have I I needed a deck for my purse. So, first and foremost, I love how like holographic it's rainbow. It's a rainbow deck. It's a rainbow deck. We love rainbows here at Rainbow Rush. In case you couldn't tell, I like rainbows. People think that it has a deeper meaning. It does, but I also like rainbows, so that's just what it is. Um, I'm tearing open the packaging right now. Let's go ahead and do a, you know, every time I'd get a new book when I was younger, I'd always do the famous like sniff of the print. So, mm, doesn't smell like a book, so it's not as great. But something I do like is the edges are holographic. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. This deck is gorgeous. This is the Fool. It's like a little turtle. The Magician. And it's a snake. The High Priestess. It's a wolf. The Empress is a crane. The Emperor, elephant. So I'm not going to sit here and show you every single card because that would be a very long video. But I really like the cardstock. It's got that like, oh wait, ASMR tarot stock. It's very velvety. Justice with the owl. Ooh, the Lynx Hermit. These are just really stunning cards. And the reason I picked this deck over the thousands of other decks that they happen to have on Amazon, I picked this deck because I have a tendency of working a lot with animal totems. And when I work with animal totems, uh, you know, I really enjoy being able to decipher their messages. So if I see an animal in my everyday life, I like to have a deck that I can go to um, and kind of like look at the imagery and sit with the animal's essence and connect with the meaning that the animal has for me. Sometimes I go on a shamanic journey and I meet with the animal in the lower realm and I ask them like, "Hey, what is your message? What is your medicine? What are you bringing into my life at this time?" Uh, but an easy way to do that when you're around other people or you're busy in your day is to actually have an animal totem deck or an animal spirit deck. And this is the best of both worlds. This is animals and tarot. And since I do read a lot of tarot for myself, for my own inner guidance, this is like, it's very therapeutic for me. It helps give me insight as to what what is going on behind the scenes for things that maybe I am not completely privy to. So this has been, oh, look at that one. That one's just, it's the moon. Oh, it's so stunning with the rabbit. This was a perfect deck for the purpose that I need it. It's got fish and cicada, blue jays. It has oh, it has a sugar glider. I love sugar gliders. And there's never a sugar glider in any deck. They never have sugar gliders. I'm so stoked right now. I'm so stoked. I'm very excited about this deck. It's a very cool deck. They've got Peacock in there. So if you're looking for a tarot deck that combines the traditional tarot with the medicine of animals, this animal tarot, Orien's animal tarot, I have not used it. I'm actually going to use it here while we are unboxing this deck together. I'm going to go ahead, use these cards with you, and we will be, oh, they have chinchilla. They got chinchilla. I'm I'm really excited that they have a bunch of animals that are not usually in totem decks. Unusual animals like ant. Ant is in one of my favorite animal medicine decks. Ant is a very, very, very powerful totem to have. So if you happen across ant, just know they're all about patience and working together as a community for a very large goal. They also can lift like 10 times their weight. So they're super, super helpful and useful when it comes down to being able to get things done and work in a community for the greater good. Ant would be a great totem if you're working on building a business with a bunch of other people or working to build a community with a bunch of other people, because ant forces everyone to do their job and to lift their own weight. So there's even polar bear. Oh, I'm just gonna go through and look at the cards once. Like we got Raven. Oh, canary. Oh, I'm so stoked. You got kitty cat. You got whale, grasshopper, bumblebee. Oh, they've got such good animals. Alpaca. I'm telling you, this deck has some really interesting choices. Penguin. I don't think I've seen a single deck with penguin. They chose some really unique animals. Nautilus. And this deck has, I love their use of this illumination paired with the black background. And this is Nautilus, and it has a lot of this Art Nouveau motif to it, which I love Art Nouveau, as you can tell from my stained glass window over there. Oh, such a pretty deck. We got Narwhal in here. This is, yeah, yes, they got dog, fennec fox. Super pretty, super, super pretty. Snail. You know what's really funny is I actually had started making uh an animal tarot deck. Goodness, probably back in 2017, and this is almost the exact image I had for my Ace of Cups. I will show you guys. I will find it and I will show you, but this is almost the exact image that I had. They're better artists than I am, so I'm glad someone else did it instead of me. Thank you. Thank you for doing my job better than me. Oh, manta ray. See, ooh, anglerfish. They have such oh, they got a platypus. Friggin' platypus. I'm so stoked. Ooh, centipede. They have some really interesting animals. Really, really beautiful, interesting animals. I appreciate this deck. Shout out to Ambi Sun. Shout out. I just want to say your art is phenomenal. I haven't even read your booklet yet. I haven't even done a card reading with it yet. So we're going to go ahead, and while I'm just talking to you guys about tarot, um, I'm going to shuffle these cards. And in order to do that effectively, I have to make a bunch of different piles. So bear with me. For those of you out there who are curious about tarot but haven't done any tarot, let me give you a little I don't know, a little background on tarot and my perspective of tarot and how I use tarot with intention. Um, there's a lot of people who think that tarot is a way to tell the future. Sure, it could be used that way. I do not use it that way. I use it in a way where I am setting up my questions to understand elements that are hidden in my life, areas where I can improve, how I can do that, the method in which I can move through obstacles. I use tarot as a means of planning and gaining insight into the reason things happen and the types of healing I can do for myself in order to evolve from certain situations. A lot of times we get stuck and trapped in intellectualizing a circumstance, pattern of suffering. And if you aren't able to pull yourself out of that pattern and see things from a new perspective, you aren't able to do the inner work to transmute that pattern into a new dynamic. Tarot provides me the way to get out of my own way without having to go to a different party and get their opinion, because tarot is a mirror or a window into my own soul. This is how I've always seen it since I was a young lass. I used to do tarot. My mom had a tarot deck that she didn't use, but I had stumbled across it when I was young. And I used her tarot deck when I was very young, and I didn't really know how to read the booklet. So I would look at the pictures. And based on what the pictures displayed and the feelings and emotions that I felt when I looked at the pictures, that is what I took out of it. And there's so many classes for like tarot study. I've never taken a tarot study course, but I have taught classes on divination. I have taught classes on how to read tarot in a new, innovative way. And the way that I observe and interpret tarot is from a deeply personal place. And I encourage people I'm teaching to also read from that deeply personal place. Every card has a depiction, it has a bunch of symbols. And when you allow your subconscious mind to interpret those symbols, to help you relate to the story in the card, each card is a story. Each card has its own energy. And if you allow yourself to get out of your own way, to get out of the narratives that are normally associated with those cards, you can read the more subtle messages in the cards. And this applies even when you're reading for someone else. You're creating a window to see things that the tarot wouldn't normally show you. I'm here shuffling, and a card has already popped out. So we are going to pull a couple more cards in just a moment. and I'm going to give you a reading. I'm setting the intention that I am just receiving whatever cards are going to help the viewers the most in this moment. And this is going to be a timeless reading. And this reading, I intend to work on a deep level for all watching. All right, I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. Those are too close together. I'm going to shuffle the. I decided to pull instead of just letting them pop out. So I'm setting the intention. They're just going to pop out. Okay. These are a little better. Okay. Ooh. So the very first card that popped out was the King of Swords. It's a poignant card for me because Crow is one of my main spirit guides. Thank you, Crow. The King of Swords is normally a male who has a very clear way of communicating. It can be a masculine female as well, someone who is very grounded, very direct, doesn't care as much about what people think of them as long as they're able to speak their truth. The King of Swords is someone who speaks their truth and leads from a place of communication. They are very articulate. Now, this particular card, when I flipped it, it came out in the reverse. Boop. So we will look into what that means from the book perspective. But let me see. With the crow here, the crow totem is the keeper of the sacred law. That is someone who walks with integrity, who talks with integrity, someone who pretty much walks their talk. If they're sitting and reading tarot cards for the collective, it is someone who also spends their time doing their own tarot readings before they come to the collective and offers them up. So I believe this card in regards to all of us here, because I'm reading for me as much as I'm reading for you. It is a reminder to make sure that you are communicating from a place of integrity, that you are always coming to people and addressing people with honesty on your tongue. That what you say you'll do, you follow through. That you remember that your words are more than just your feelings or your thoughts, that they can be used to inspire a group of people, and they can also be used as a weapon to tear down people. They can be the foundation that a revolution is built on, but they can also be seeds that completely destroy someone just once those words are uttered. Words are very powerful. Understanding that your communication and your ability to communicate comes from such a deep well of you must speak from your heart, you must act from your heart, communicating your truth and trying your best to communicate that truth in a way that is respectful to the people you are talking to, but not smoldering your truth. You aren't sugarcoating it. You aren't just trying to say what you think the other person wants to hear. You are speaking from your pillar of strength, and you are doing it in a way that shows respect for the other people and also respect for yourself. So when it's in reverse, I believe this card is reminding you that there might be some areas where you are not walking with integrity, that you might be making promises that you aren't able to keep, that you have been careless with your words, to be mindful of that. The second card. Oh, that's right. We have the book here. Did you hear that? It like cracked open. Crack. That's exciting. That's exciting for me. I like the cracking. The King of Swords. Upright. Structure. Clarity. Integrity. I haven't even played with this deck. I got it. I got it. Reversed. Irrationality. Cynicism. Aggression. The King of Swords reminds us to look to the future with logic as our guide. When upright, the King of Swords demonstrates you possess great intellect and a clarity of mind that will allow you to make the best possible decisions moving forward. Always research thoroughly before making decisions. Be impartial in your dealings with others and understand that people may turn to you for guidance. When reversed, the King of Swords represents subtlety. If you're prone to showing off your intellect and control, know you will harm those who may otherwise seek your aid, seek to aid you down the road. This position may also indicate a lack of decisiveness. Look internally for answers. Hmm. Subtlety. I like that it talks about, there's a certain level of, we all want to be able to represent ourselves to the best of our ability. We all want to be able to show who we truly are at our core. And if you are someone who feels that you are intelligent, if you feel that you need to be in control of your life, that you need to be in control of a situation or your workplace or a relationship or a dynamic, there is a fine line between having a level of not control, but assertion over, like, not assertion, just a containment of direction, being able to foster guidance without overpowering others. You can guide people from a place where you are providing them opportunities without forcing their hand. And you can also be your fullest, most vibrant version of yourself on an intellectual level without showing off or overpowering other people's intelligence or demeaning other people's intelligence in the process. This particular card is warning that if you exert your intellect and control as a means of an ego-based tactic, you will harm your chances of other people wanting to work with you, to aid you, to support you. And it's encouraging you to look within for directions and answers. For me, this applies to a particular person in my life, and I know that. Uh, so that answered things for me. It might be you, it might be someone in your life that represents those qualities and traits. The next card, we have the High Priestess, but it was in reverse. The High Priestess is a highly intuitive, many times seen as kind of this magical, mystical female. The High Priestess has a lot of connections and uh, foresight. They can usually predict how things will happen, uh, and understand, hey, things might go south if I end up doing this. And they'll avoid certain paths based on those insights. A high priestess in reverse, though, is someone who uses their powers for manipulation and control. It is someone with spiritual gifts, with spiritual insights, with the ability to read people well, who uses those things in a negative way. They are using it for their own self gain. They are using it to protect themselves out of fear. They are using it to be able to manipulate people to give them things they want. They are using it to hurt other people because they themselves are hurt and wounded on the inside. What's funny is this card also comes up as somebody I know in my life right now. Those two cards are associated in my particular situation. Uh, but for you, it might be similar. So go ahead and map it out for you. There seems to be a male who is very controlling, who is not the most forthright and honest, has made very impulsive and decisions based on their pride, and they refuse to come forth with the truth. Because of those decisions, they're not walking with integrity, and they have stabbed themselves in the foot by accident. There is a female who is intuitive, but can be seen as kind of like the naughty witch, the bad witch, the seducer, the temptress. This particular person may have at one point had very high skills in spiritual abilities, but began using those skills for deception, for self gain. And in my particular circumstance, these people worked together against me. So you might have a male and female who are both powerful individuals, but they are not in their power and they have made poor decisions. And let's see where this leads us. Mhm. I forgot to go over the animal. We have the wolf. So wolves are usually pack animals. They hunt in a pack. They are animals that are associated with the moon, so they are connected with the unseen. In many traditions, the wolf is a guiding spirit. They are loyal protectors. They are they are there to be kind of your fierce protector and guide. In reverse, they are afraid. They are the lone wolf. They are very much out for themselves, and they can be very aggressive, and they will bite the hand that feeds them. They will always bite the hand that feeds them. And because of that behavior, they will end up burning every good bridge they have. So they always are biting the hand that is taking care of them. And they will end up very much kind of in solitude and alone due to that. Let me read. Let me read. The High Priestess. Upright. Mystery. Unattainability. Spirituality. Reversed. Duplicity. Repression. Isolation. The High Priestess shares such mystery and taps into the lesser known depths of the soul. She urges us to follow our instincts and forge ahead on the path best set for us. When upright, the High Priestess indicates that you've reached the bridge that connects the physical realm to the subconscious. There's a decision to be made, and your gut instincts wishes to chime in. Listen to what it has to say, especially if you're feeling any doubts about a situation that you're in. When reversed, the High Priestess suggests that your inner voice is muffled and stifled. Take time to cut through the noise and reconnect with yourself. Yeah. I think a lot of times when we are in that reversed high priestess energy, we feel disconnected from our own higher self, from our own inner knowing. There might be a lot of distractions. There might be a lot of people with opinions. We might be getting a lot of interference, even on a spiritual plane. There can be ancestors, spirit guides that are bombarding us with different conflicting messages, and it can be so hard to figure out which way you're supposed to go. This card is here to remind you that the answers are all within you. Stop seeking that wisdom outside of yourself. The minute we stop trying to find the answers we seek outside of ourselves and we actually take the time and we go within, that's when the real work happens, when the real results show up. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So these are little meerkats. Little meerkat. Look, they're so cute. Meerkats. And because I haven't had meerkat come up as a totem animal before, I am just going to tap into that energy and see if I can discern. They're very playful little creatures. They're very playful. They have a tendency of this, like, peekaboo, I see you, bye. Peekaboo, I see you, bye. Peekaboo. You can't hold them down. There we go. You can't hold them down. You can't get them to sit still. Meerkats are these playful, very energized, but they spend a lot of time in the sun. So I see them as kind of very highly charged creatures, very communal creatures. They work a lot within their little family unit, their little pack, their little meerkat pack. The Six of Pentacles, I believe, talks about being able to work together towards completing a project. It is finally reaching out for that extra assistance that you need in order to see results. And I think that these flowers in this particular picture are forget-me-nots. So maybe with the card in reverse, it's maybe recently you let those people some people go. Maybe it was those two people we're talking about a little earlier. Maybe you have had to walk away from a work relationship or a friendship where you were working towards something together and things were moving forward, but then there was some kind of argument or disagreement. And the forget me nots there are kind of asking you not to forget them. Don't forget them. They might be those types of energy vampires that just keep popping back up into your subconscious, into your awareness. You're like, I thought I got rid of that person. Why are they still there? Cut cords. If you have people that you believe are toxic, that maybe were unhealthy for you, that interrupted your own mental health, emotional health, that they were out for themselves and just took and took and took and took and took with nothing in return, might be time to cut cords with those people. And if you need help with cutting cords, I can do that. You message me, you message me, and I'll help you take care of that. Oh boy, will I help you take care of that. I also do have a podcast episode on that, and I'll link that down in the description below. Hopefully you'll go check it out. So that's what I'm going to say about the 6 of Pentacles. I don't know if that's correct. We're about to find out. Let's see how good my intuition is today. Upright. Generosity, assistance, and support. Reversed. Subservience, debts, extortion. The 6 of Pentacles rewards charity, promoting community and the care that goes into nurturing it. When upright, the 6 of Pentacles suggests that you may be in a position to be charitable to those less fortunate. Be free with your wealth and share your bounty. This position can also mean that you're the one receiving charity. Know that when you're back on your feet, you can return it in spades. When reversed, which is what we have, the 6 of Pentacles suggests that you've been negligent in giving back to yourself while giving to others freely. Hi. If you're struggling, don't overextend yourself. If you're in a relationship, compromise is key to keeping things healthy. I do have a tendency of overgiving and not always looking out for myself. So, this is a reminder to you viewers. Love yourself first, and all else will follow. Give to yourself because you cannot give from an empty cup. Yes. Moving on. We have the 8 of Cups. Speaking of cups, we've got the 8 of Cups, and we have this very interesting looking squid. Look at this squid. Little rainbow squid. Rainbow squid. He's in reverse, though. Don't worry, we do have some upright cards. They're not all in reverse. In fact, this is the last reverse card. We have this reverse squid. So squids can change their skin. They're not really skin, it's like flubber or something. They have an incredible ability to camouflage. And they are able to, so not only they're very defensive creatures. All of their key core features are to defend themselves from others. They've got little squishy bodies. I'm sure animals love to eat them. I know I do. Sorry, squid. Uh, they emit ink to create a smoke screen to get away. They're very fast. They also have this skin that changes colors to mask them. They can mask themselves and blend in with their surroundings. But I believe that squid is also highly intuitive, which is why it's paired with the cups. Cups are always very deeply emotional, very intuitive based. It's always about connecting into your emotional realms, into your insights, being able to tap into your child self with the Eight of Cups here. I believe this is more about self reflection, doing some inner work of recognizing where you might have been hiding aspects of yourself from the world, from yourself, that you are done hiding. The squid, in reverse, we have this creature that's usually hiding. In reverse, I think it's about coming out, being being seen, being recognized, being unafraid of showing your true colors, being unafraid of showing your true form. So don't be afraid to show your true form. Peel off that skin suit. Let's see. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. Upright. Abandonment, escapism, fatigue. Reversed, stagnation, monotony, worthlessness. Boy, was I off on that one. The Eight of Cups reminds us that escapism is sometimes necessary to achieve our goals, especially if we believe it's the only way to get where we need to go. When upright, the Eight of Cups indicates that you're feeling compelled to walk away from a situation that isn't going the way you initially desired. Don't hesitate to leave for something better. When reversed, the Eight of Cups suggests that you are caught between staying or going in a situation currently making you unhappy. You know what you want. Is it possible to still reach your goals in your present situation and position? If not, it may be time to move on. Well, pretty sure that doesn't apply to me. I think what I had said applied to me, so maybe it could go either way. You could be stuck in a situation that doesn't make you happy and you're indecisive about whether to stay or go. Should I ink this situation and leave, or should I show up as my most truest, radiant self and try and make this work? You are at a crossroads and you are looking for guidance. I believe in you. Really, it comes down to sit in your heart space. Don't compromise out of comfort. We have Beaver. Isn't he cute? Look at that Beaver. He's the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands. Oh, goodness, goodness. The Ten of Wands is usually, I see that as burdens. Rebuilding. We've got Beaver. Beaver is a totem animal that is all about the home and the hearth. It is about foundation, about family, about your environment, your home. And Beaver here seems to be working on its dam. It's got a lot of sticks, not a lot, it doesn't have a lot done. Does not have a lot done. Carrying 10 big sticks is a very heavy burden to bear. There's a lot of work to be done. In this particular card, I see this as it is time to rebuild your foundation. It is time to rebuild your home. It is time to rebuild your stability and your security. It's time to reinvest in the home. So if you've had your attention on your work, if you've had your attention in other areas of your life and you haven't been putting all of your time and attention into your partner or your family unit, uh it is time to go clean shop, go clean out your closets, go through your garage. I know I have to. And dump things that no longer serve you. If you do not know what you are going to use that thing for, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Yes, it's a waste of money, but while that thing is occupying your space, it is cluttering your energy field with pretty much forgotten dreams and possibilities, outdated technology. What I highly, 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 highly recommend is one thing at a time. Do the Marie Kondo. Put a big pile of junk in the middle of your living room and take one thing at a time and touch it. Connect with its energy. Does this make me happy? If it don't, is this something I want to carry into the future with me? No? If you can't find a use for it, get rid of it. Just get rid of it. It's more for me than it is for you because I have a hard time getting rid of things. I'm very sentimental. I'm also kind of a squirrel and I like to like take things and store them for when someday maybe I'll need it. Maybe someday I'll need that thing. No, you don't need the thing. You can always go buy it on Amazon. It'll be at your door tomorrow morning. That thing will show up tomorrow. So toss the thing. Toss it. Do yourself a favor. Make some room for new opportunities and new gifts and new beautiful, wonderful things in your life. 10 of Wands. Upright, burden, exhaustion, responsibility. Reversed, accountability, overburden, reassessment. Once again, this is an upright card. So it is burden and exhaustion and responsibility. The 10 of Wands reassures us that even when our work is difficult or unenjoyable, we will bask in rewards. When upright, the 10 of Wands implies that you've taken on a heavier workload or greater responsibility recently. This is a card that encourages you to invest in the future through hard work. There are rewards in taking on new burdens. Thanks, guys. I needed to hear that today. I've taken on a lot of extra work trying to reintegrate myself into my business now that my children are off to school. So I have all this free time that I can now reinvest in myself. And I've taken on a lot of extra work recently in order to cover my bases. And for me, it's been very overwhelming because I've been a stay-at-home mom for such a while that I almost forgot how to create a flow and devote myself to a certain amount of time every day to work. And this is a good reminder that I am rebuilding my future and all the time and energy that I'm devoting will pay off. Remind yourself that. When reversed, the 10 of Wands suggests that you're overburdened with responsibilities that would be better handled if shared. Ask for help from others. This position can also signify that you need to trim the fat. It's time to relieve yourself of their burden and let go. Well, wasn't that fun? We've got the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles. This is this is like a little billy goat. I think he's a billy goat. I don't know what kind of goat he is, but he's cute. Look at him go. Whee! So we've got the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles has always been a card of balance in my mind. So you've got these two pentacles and you're having to balance, you're having to juggle, you're having to bloop 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 bloop. And this billy goat is hopping. He's hopping, hopping, hopping from one thing to the next, balancing his bounces on these. He's like on a little teeny tiny rock. Billy goats are very balanced when they're climbing mountains. Even though they've got these teeny tiny hooves, they are able to climb up these very rocky terrain with the possibility of a landslide, the possibility of the rocks giving away, the possibility that their teeny tiny little hooves slip and they fall down the hillside and they have a demise. But they don't. They don't. They just keep climbing and they do it so joyfully. It's kind of a wonder if you think about it. They keep climbing despite the environment having more chances of failure than they do for success. This Billy Goat is having to juggle, to jump, to hurdle over these obstacles. And they are. They've got good stamina. They've got good, strong shore footing. And they are jumping, leaping, wee, upward. The Two of Pentacles, I see this as you're in a position, you've got multiple things on your plate, but you are sure-footed and you are doing a great job balancing all those things. You are strong and nimble and quick and agile, and you are not struggling whatsoever to juggle all the things. So have faith. We'll go ahead and read the Two of Pentacles. I keep having to turn the screen back. I'm going to make sure that I turn the screen on so that I don't have to touch the screen. It's my first time using this particular app as well, so we will see. We will see how it works. We will see. Well, thank you for your patience as I navigate my new software. Ha ha ha. Two of Pentacles. Upright, hustling, flexibility, and balance. Reversed, overwhelm, resentment, disorganization. The Two of Pentacles reminds us that while we may add more and more tasks to our goal, one small mistake can send it all tumbling to the ground. When upright, the Two of Pentacles signifies you're currently juggling many different responsibilities. Manage your priorities carefully and stay focused. The best way to do many things at once is to do one thing at a time. When reversed, the Two of Pentacles is telling you you've overburdened, overcommitted, and are not handling the strain well. This is a wake-up call to get organized fast. This may also be a sign that aspects of your life have become unbalanced. Reassess your priorities before you're forced to give up fast. First, give up first. Luckily, we were in that first camp, you guys. That we're doing great. Just stay focused and continue to balance. Make sure you have a healthy work-life balance. Make sure you're drinking water and you're managing all your tasks so that you don't fall off the cliff. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, which is a canary. The Eight of Pentacles. This is hard work. Not this tarot reading, this card. You are putting in hard work towards your goals. Pentacles is always finance, stability. This is your home base. This is you're doing good. You are doing so good. You're building a strong home. This is like a little group. You've got all your little friends and you're all working so diligently to build little huts. This can be in regards to work. This could be in regards to a task, a project, your family, could be improving yourself. Those are all foundational things. Canary is a bird that sings joyfully. They are a bird of color, a bird of sunshine. So they are always joyful as they work. You know that song, Whistle While You Work, do 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 do. If there was any bird in the animal kingdom that whistles while they work, it is canary. Very joyful, cheerful, upbeat animal. I see this canary is creating nests around its pentacles, which is its money, its its worth, its wealth. It is creating these nests of abundance for itself. I feel that your hard work is insulating you in joy. Like you are starting to see the fruits of your labors, and it is making you joyful and excited. That's what I derive from that card. Let's go ahead and pull and see what it means in the book. Because, like I promised, this is an unboxing and I'm going to do a full reading with book included. Eight of Pentacles, upright, trade, reputation, qualification, reversed, uninspired mediocrity, listlessness. Listlessness. The Eight of Pentacles is a card that finds value in and rewards hard work. We kind of had that. We have an ongoing theme here of you're working hard and your hard work is about to pay off, you guys. Good job. When upright, the Eight of Pentacles suggests that you've been working hard to develop your skills. You have a goal to better yourself, and you know that only through practice will you become expert. If you aren't currently taking steps to learn a new skill or hone an existing one, consider changing that. When reversed, the Eight of Pentacles can suggest that you are focusing inward for personal development as opposed to developing an external skill. So, reversed or upright, it's all about honing a skill, becoming stronger in some aspect. In reverse, it's about personal, like I am healing I'm working on myself. And then upright, it's a skill, a trade, whatever, whatever. King of Pentacles. Look at that. We have this king, this bull. Bull's got horns. If you think about it, bulls are known for bulldozing. They see some red and they go for it. Knock things down. They're strong. They're strong as an ox. With the king here, the King of Pentacles is normally someone who is very grounded, very practical, someone who focuses on the financial aspect of their life. They're very stable financially, they're stable in their career, they're stable in they've got the car, they've got the house, they've got stability, and nothing can really rock their boat. They are diligently working towards a goal. They usually have some sort of savings account. They've got something packed away for a rainy day. With the bull, that is someone who is strong, that cannot be deterred from their path. They know what they want and they are going after it. This is where you are heading. Once you get this ball rolling, you're learning how to juggle, you're starting to rebuild your foundation, and you are working on honing your skill, your craft, developing, growing. And when you do, you will be in complete control of your finances. That's what I want to hear. So you've got abundance coming in. Good job, chap. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to read what King of Pentacles means in the book. King of Pentacles, abundance, status, dependability. In reverse, arrogance, greed, materialism. The King of Pentacles reminds us that material success is imminent. When upright, the King of Pentacles signifies that you're on a hard-fought path towards self-improvement and achieving a long-time goal. Yes. Now is the time to embark on new ventures. A significant male figure will soon be playing an important role in your life. He appears wise and grounded, but don't count on him for tactful judgment, aka, he probably won't judge you. When reversed, the King of Pentacles asks you to reassess how you engage with money or things besides money. Work on holding back on those urges before it puts you in a hole. Seek to realign your priorities and temper your need to excel through less than honorable means. You don't want the King of Pentacles in reverse. Mm-mm. As I was reading that reverse part, I was nudged by my spirit guides that where it says he appears wise and grounded, but don't count on him for tactful judgment. They corrected me. They said, yes, that you might have someone wise and financially stable come into your life, and they might not be judgmental. So that is one side of the coin. The coin. The other side of the coin is if they do have some sort of criticism, it won't be tactful when they approach you. It will be very blunt and straight to the point, not judgmental. They are bringing these things to your awareness so that they can be resolved, but they won't be tactful. They're not going to think about your feelings necessarily before the things come out of their mouth. Just be warned, they're not trying to hurt your feelings and they're not judging you. They are just trying to give you constructive criticism to improve your quality of life. And the last card, the Six of Cups. I love this because it's got little baby lambs in cups. And there's like flowers. It's so cute. So the baby lambs in the cups. Lambs are innocence. And the Six of Cups is always about connecting to your inner child and being playful and restoring that sense of childlike wonder and joy in your life. So once this person comes into your life, you're going to have childlike wonder and joy. Some fun adventures, maybe. Mm. Look, they're snuggling. They're snuggling. Okay, sorry. I see love in the future for some of you. So if you're a lady, for those of you who are not a lady, and this strong man comes into your life, it is most likely a business partner or a friend, and you'll have companionship and a safe person to be vulnerable around, and they will be able to understand you and hold space for you to be able to address your needs. That was both sides of the coin there. Do, do, do. This is our last card of the reading. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's reading. Six of Pentacles, upright, generosity, assistance, support, reversed, subservience, debts, and wait, no. Ha! We already read that one. That was the Six of Pentacles. We're not here for pentacles. We're here for cups, you silly book. You silly, silly book. Six of Cups, upright, nostalgia, innocence, and simplicity. Reversed, independence, maturity, and focus. The Six of Cups reminds us to enjoy nostalgia, to learn from it and seek out the simple peace we once enjoyed as children playing among the flowers. You guys remember that? Well, if you're in your early 20s, you probably never had that, but for the rest of us, you guys remember those days? I do. I remember peeling petals off of flowers, looking for four-leaf clovers among the grass, watching a bee fly from clover flower to clover flower, listening to his little hum with children playing in the background. Anyway, The Six of Cups reminds us to enjoy nostalgia, to learn from it and seek it out, the simple peace we once enjoyed as children playing among the flowers. When upright, the Six of Cups suggests you've recently begun to revisit childhood memories and found comfort and happiness in the warmth they bring you. There's a chance to reconnect with old friends and significant figures from your past on the way. They're coming to reconcile or say hello for a while. When reversed, the Six of Cups is telling you to step away from the past, reflecting on fond memories from days mm, gone by may be nice, but don't stay fixed on any point in your life. Our inner child is never too far away. So that was our reading and our unboxing of the Orien's Animal Tarot. I'm trying to read it backwards on the camera. And I got the pocket edition because I wanted something I can just pop in my purse and have with me all the time. I obviously picked a great deck since a lot of those cards I was able to interpret without the book. The book was wonderful as well. And for those of you who aren't too connected with animals, spirits just yet, or with the tarot, I believe this is a really good book to teach you the animal messages as well as help teach you the meaning of the tarot cards. It's a very, very good dual deck. Very good dual deck. So, thank you so much for joining me today. And if you're interested in receiving a personal reading, please reach out on my website. And if you're interested in finding out more about what I do, you can go ahead and visit my website as well. I do have a Patreon where I upload secret podcast episodes and healings, and I publish all of my current events, and I do events locally in the Seattle area. That's where I post about them, is on my Patreon. And that's also where I post my book releases and my class releases. So if you're interested in all of that, go check out my Patreon. I do have a monthly membership where you can get a 30-minute tarot reading every single month, as included with your Patreon subscription, which includes a community, as well as it's a Discord community where there are healers as well as other spiritual seekers just like you. And there are 2 podcasts every single month that are exclusive to Patreon. We have Dark Side of Rainbow, where I have after hours conversations with other healers and professionals in the field, and we have controversial discussions about the state of the world and darker topics such as spiritual warfare, government conspiracies, etc. And I have another podcast that's a healing podcast where I am uploading sound baths every single month, 2 to 4 sound baths a month that last about an hour. And you can have access to that audio. And you could just listen to the whole library. It's a whole entire library of sound baths. I'm in the process of updating it and getting it set up for Patreon. So I'm very excited for that. Thank you so much for your time, for joining me today. And if you enjoyed the video and you want more tarot readings, you want me to do this more often, please like. I won't know that you guys want more tarot readings unless you message down below and you tell me that you liked the reading, that you want me to do it. So give me a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you have any comments or questions, go ahead and leave something in the comments and I will be more than happy to respond. Anyway, have a good day.